At the gas station, people were scrapping and shit.
Yep. and they said it wasn't even that bad.
Yeah.
But soon, yo, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you that the news, the media, don't let the media control your thoughts.
Right.
The media's controlling you, man. All you people are plugged in and dried out batteries.
They could be lying about there not being no gas in it. If you put a sticker on there that says no gas, people ain't gonna come to go get gas.
Bro, these people are so impressionable. I've seen videos of someone putting a sticker outlet on the wall and people trying to stick their phone in it.
Yeah, I remember, yep.
They're so impressionable to dumbness, you know? And this is showing you, and then they show you in movies because wasn't it a Russian it was Russian hackers? They might not even did it, but they're claiming they did it. You see? Russia like, we had nothing to do with that shit. This is why they're gonna think an evil thought. Because not only does Esau is the accuser of thy brethren, he's the accuser of nations. He accused Ishmael of 9/11. You know, he accused Gad. Was it the Boston Tea Party? Oh, now they're saying the Homeland Security is saying extremists are going to be all throughout America. America's the extremists. America's a terrorist. You had a guy who sold his Toyota truck. He donated it. He turned on the news, and an Islamic leader was driving it in Iraq. How did a dude from Texas donate his truck,
right.
his company? It was a company truck. He said, I'm gonna donate it, you know, to Goodwill. He turned on the news and an Islamic rebel was driving it.
Right.
Because your country is funding who you call terrorists. You see? Newsflash.
Back in 2nd Esdras 15.
Or what they would call exclusive. This is exclusive right here. You see? Read this. Hey, cause they read a script too, Salaki, brother. They read a script too. But we're reading the script of righteous men. See, they read a script of wicked men, you know? Read this.
2nd Esdras 15 and verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
And why? Because of lack of bread. Oh, it's going to go into, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It says, but shall destroy their houses.
Hey, and you brothers, can't you see it? I could literally bang, 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 right? You could see those that were once friends turn to enemies. Like in that day, Ned would fight Homer. You know what I mean? The whole life, Homer's always, you know, he's a fictional character, but that's a real spirit. Where one guy's got more than the other and he's always using it. And he's, you know, he's believing in Christianity, so he's acting right. And then that day he's going to say, fuck it.
They was fighting over toilet paper.
See?
Yep.
See?
And water.
And then they were rationing it. Not only were they fighting, they were rationing it. You know? Hey, that's why be wise, be ahead of the curve. You know, you got things like BJ's out here. BJ, what's it, Costco's?
Yeah,
used to be
BJ's,
Sam's Club.
Wholesale.
Instead of buying a roll, buy a pack.
Right.
You got to use the bathroom regardless. You should be in that spirit anyways. You know, not just because this is, it's wise. Why go out? And you know why people do that? Because they don't have a life. So that's their way of like feeling a purpose. A purpose. You ever work in like a retail or a gas station, you'll see the same faces every day.
Regulars.
Because a regular, because they don't have, that's their life now. You see? So the Lord's about to interrupt your regular life.
Right.
And you're going to find out it was vain. You're going to find out all your admirations, the things that you strive for, you know, and you're going to find it's going to come to naught. What is giving your life 9 to 5 in a cubicle going to do for you in a day of distress? Shit, even if a flood came or tornado. What have you done in your life to protect you? Not a damn thing. Read this.
Back in 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 19.
So what do? We come out here to bring reality. Okay? We tear down the strongholds of TV land, because that's what these people are. They're nothing but products of TV land. Okay? We're in the real world. You see? Reality. You know?
And it says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
Right, like you had with this so-called gas pipeline, you had people stocking up multiple canisters, these big water containers, right? Then dumbass Jake is filling up Tupperware. But you had them, what are they gonna do?
Plastic bags.
Plastic bags. What are they gonna do? People that don't have it are gonna go to your house to get it.
Right.
Then you had some dumbass, which I was saying, I said on the video, somebody burned their truck down while they were stealing the gas.
The Hummer?
Yeah.
Out there in Texas, I believe.
Well, because you got to understand, gas is it's a chemical.
Yeah.
See, it's a chemical, and gas could go bad. So that chemical mixed with the right chemical can ignite. Because what is that? Fire.
That shows a lack of faith, because how are you going to store the gas? And then how long are you going to store the gas for?
Yep. And then on top of it, shit's gonna be hitting so bad, you ain't gonna be want to be out here driving. Then they tell you anyone who is driving, the military gonna get your ass. So you making yourself a target. In the movie The Crazies, when they booted every car, when they found the one car and started driving, who was on their ass? A damn Apache helicopter.
Yep.
So what are you gonna do?
And also too, I was watching this video Pastor R had put up on his dude's channel. He was saying that how basically, you know, it's like a twofold thing with Esau with the gas. Because now that puts the idea in the people's minds to get electric cars.
Oh yeah. So they do things to put. Hey, they show you in movies. A good movie. Watch the movie Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis and was it Marlon Wayans? It's one of the bald niggas, right? Damian Wayans. Yep. But in the movie, the whole movie was based on the like Roger Goodell of NFL, the dude that owned that league. He was offering people to basically make gambling illegal to heighten his money. So like they did this whole drastic measure just for sales. See, Esau's like that, man. You know, they show you that Ninja Turtles. He created a disease and was gonna release it in New York so everyone could come to him for the to get right. You see?
Yeah, I was reading the comments. The person was like, "I got my Tesla, I'm good."
Yep. And then Boosie's fucking demon ass, he said that this electric truck came in handy. Yeah. You know?
But those electric vehicles shut down too. You know,
right.
They're not charged. You know, it can be ashed out.
Right. And I want to show y'all this. There's something called the Illuminati board game, which is basically the method of revelation, where they show you, okay? These movies that we watch, it may seem crazy, but they're showing you in real time what's happening. We watched Resident Evil the other day. That shit's literally what they're doing. But anyways, I want to show you brothers. I'm going to show the camera. Look, New World Order energy crisis. I'm going to show y'all brothers. Your brothers, come here. Look at this. I know you've seen it. Y'all brothers watchmen. Yeah. You seen it. I know you. Hey, y'all watchmen. Y'all watchmen. Y'all already know. And if y'all got precepts, bring them out. You know? So they're hey, nibble by nibble, inch by inch. Hey, and guess what? I'm gonna say, hey, ain't no man of the Lord was waiting in that line. You know? Where are we at?
Edges.
Yep.
Back in 2nd Edges 15 and verse 19, finish it off, and it says, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, the lack of bread, the lack of what? Substance. Is 15 with the victuals? You want to go to 1? We didn't even get Romans 9, but the spirit changed.
Got it.
The 16 and 1? Oh, okay.
I got it.
Yeah.
This is the book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Hey, yesterday, I was doing something. Maybe I was cooking dinner, and I said, yo, what's happening? You know what I mean? Like, because I was meditating, I want to say this. We have to understand that us as young men, we get things happen, and they don't, and they do, and they don't. The Lord is sending fanners. We can't be in the spirit of, you know, we have to be in the spirit, hey, this has got to be it. Meaning, constantly stay in the spirit so you're not like, oh, it'll go away. That's when you pray that it don't. Pray that this don't go away. Pray that it transforms and, you know, more come. Pray. It says, the Lord said, I will send 7 times more. So we got to be in the spirit of, this is, because people always say, you've always said that. Someone told me, you always told me that. Yeah, hey, okay. But hey, that's why it says, blessed is the servant when he find him so doing. That's a part of it. That's the faith. You have to allow faith to grow like patience. So with everything happening, you should be in the spirit of, I hope this is it, and not, oh, it will go back. Because remember, old girl, and you put us onto that show, American Horror Story. She was getting her shit done, and then it was the missiles, and she said, it's just like the Hawaii thing, and it wasn't. It wasn't.
It was that day.
It was that day. The happening. Murray, was it?
I got some.
Okay.
This is a quick precept. This is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
You know, it's a good example. Watch an old movie like Jason. You know, there's like a crackling in the distance.
Yeah.
And they always show Jake be the one that don't do it.
Yep.
And Esau's like, hey! And then he walks off. hey, come here!
They always fall right on cue.
Yeah.
Like, I bet this bitch fall.
Yeah.
Fall.
Yeah.
Man, I saw this one movie with Jake. It was like they was in like a haunted house, but it was Jake. He was like the token Jake, and all the Edomites, they started getting knocked off one by one. The whole movie, the Jake was like, nope, don't get me.
Yep.
He was dipping. It was like this. It was mad spiritual. It was this tall ass Spence, and he hopped that bitch. He got out that shit.
Hey, well, Jake in that Jason in Manhattan, he was the only one that had the courage to, you know, go out like a G, man. Basically, you know, he fought Jason. Everybody else was running and getting killed time.
Hey, wasn't it Busta Rhymes that beat up Michael Myers? He was right. Because Michael's an evil angel.
Right.
You know, that's our heritage. Okay?
That's right.
He wrestled it, and that's what we do.
Yep.
So don't let them try to overtake you.
Right.
You know? Read what you got.
Back in Ephesians 5 and 15, see then that ye walk circumspectly.
Right, you got to keep your spiritual head on a swivel. You gotta, you know, you could be like awareness. You know, so many people are so unaware, and a lot of it's just technology in the school. They're honestly low-level people. They're not intelligent. You would think that evolution was real when you look at that.
It's actually a thing called texting while walking. They showed us that like they made us watch this shit.
Yep.
Because they're dumb. You know, no, it's good. People are dumb. You know, we're not saying it proudly to Wadi Abashmashai, but you brothers know, like, you know, we're the type where we use our surrounding. I can see what's behind me because I'm looking at the reflection. I may not necessarily turn around or look in your peripheral. So if you can do that in the flesh, how much more in the spirit?
Right.
Don't you know? You can't be walking around with your head in the clouds. You see?
You can't always walk by sight either. You gotta walk by faith.
Yep. Yep.
Also, if I can ask Slocky, this the cell phones it fucks up your brain.
Oh,
like,
bro.
That whole EMF bullshit, like
Bro.
the brain fog, it fucks it up too.
Yeah, you're all cloudy. They're fall. All these people, man, they're messed up, and it's a drug. Watch a child with a phone, bro. That's a drug, man.
Radiation.
And I'm gonna tell you, these cell phones with these children is the third parent, or if they ain't got both parents, it's the second, and at that, it's the main parent. Telling you right now, the phones is raising the children, man, and Esau's using the phones to get to the children. You see, it's a portal. Just like when you look at the YouTube emblem, you know that's actually a satanic emblem. You see the thing I sent?
Yeah.
They actually refer to the pyramid in the circle as Satan's doorway. And don't you know, as a fun fact, that triangle is, I was going to it, it's the character Da, which means Dalaf, which means doorway. So when you go on YouTube or your child, their ass is going into a satanic doorway. And because you're so caught up with the mainstream media and your so-called esteeming and goals and job and life, you got Satan raising your child, man. You know? Then you wonder why they bucking up, or they got spirits on them, or they ain't listening to you no more. Because they listening to a phone. You tell your child, hey, get up. That child ain't gonna get up right away, but if that phone says, beep, beep, 15%, they little ass is hopping up and plugging in, you know? Plugging back into the system. Read that.
Ephesians 5 and 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
The days are evil. It's evil, man, and evil is a bad time. So bad times are coming. You didn't even get over the hill yet. You know, this is like the beginning of, like, you see the hill and you're starting to walk up it. That's why it says it's the beginning of sorrows. You see? The days are evil. We redeem that the days are evil. But this is what? This is the careless city. We got to get that. The careless city. Yeah, we got to get that. Hey, war's on the horizon. Another famine's coming. More diseases are coming. The dollar's going to collapse. More mandatory exploitations of your body. There will be no more my body, my choice. Hey, they put Biden in office to give you like a sense of non-threatening. What's this old man gonna do? He might not even be alive anymore. That nigga might be a hologram. I'm not saying he is, but you gotta look at it like that. A body double. The nigga's chin was dripping. I seen one video, it's like his chin was like not connecting to his neck, you know? You know, elbow bone connected to the hip bone and shit. This one. He's done. Then Kamala's little hoe ass. Yo, you know Kamala was getting popped by Montel? She was Montel, and he had two of them. He had a little side piece, and now she's your vice president. Only in America, a TV talk show host could be popping the vice president that you voted for. Is that not a joke or not? Name another country that lives like that. It's a complete joke out here. You got that, the Careless City?
Yep.
Read that real quick. This is the Careless City. Read it.
St. Zephaniah 2 and verse 15. This is the request.
Hey, prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. You know, it's maybe 3-4 years ago, someone had a leg to stand on. You have no room to stand.
Right.
It's now like, damn, they're kind of right, you know? Read this.
St. Zephaniah 2 and verse 15.
Landed a free, but you got a muzzle on. Fuck out of here.
It says, this is the rejoicing city.
Yeah, this is the rejoicing city. And where did that rejoicing start? Revelations 18. Or was it 11? It was 11. Where they rejoiced over their dead bodies. Yep. They rejoicing because we've been conquered. But now that rejoicing was too much rejoicing. Like a boxer. You know, he knocks a couple people out. Then he gets lazy. Adrian Broner. He got lazy. You know, Rob Moff, you know. You get comfortable. You know? When that love of the money comes, you see? So that's what happened. World War I, World War II, fat man, little man, right? All these things, the fiat currency, the oil, Desert Storm, all these counts in history has put you in a careless, rejoicing state. But in the same essence, that's made other nations go that much harder. You think Iran's gonna let you do to them what you did to Japan? No, it's not gonna happen, man. You're not gonna be able to, Russia's not gonna allow it, all right? You will not get a 3P. Read this again.
St. Zephaniah 2 and 15, this is the rejoicing city.
Yeah, but you can't rejoice no more. What can you rejoice about? Getting some fries and a burger for a drink?
Fucking joke, man.
You know?
Joke.
Through.
Joke.
Completely through, man. And we don't give a shit about the women counterparts of our nations, you know? You see it. That's why a lot of times, you know, Esau will look back because he's popping one of them. Then he sees her counterpart going hard. And he's like, I hope she don't wake up. Niggas start stirring the tea again. Let her ass drink it. Yep. You know?
America's a fucking laugh.
You got Juanita out in Dallas making all her family get hit. You know? They're the devil, man. They're the devil. Read this.
And it says that dwell carelessly.
Yeah, they're dwelling careless. All of these people out here dwelling careless. They're supposed to be this deadliest, you know, right, going on. But you got time to walk around on your cell phone. And, bro, when you really break down what's going on, it's complete asinine. You know, you got to wear all this PPE. You got to wear protective, what is it? Personal protective equipment to go into the establishment. But then what you're buying's been touched with by everybody. I went to this grocery store and I had to wear all this stuff, and then there was a soup just open. What if somebody sneezed in it? Right. What if, you know, so it's showing you.
Restaurant, you need the master.
But then you can sit down. So it has a level. You know, it has a peak. It has a ceiling. Yeah. You know, don't go from here to here. But down here you're good.
They even make you put it back on when you go to the restaurant.
Right. They might as well start making people crawl around. You might as well start crawling around. Like they show you that in a fire. If there's a fire, you're supposed to crawl, you know? Because heat rises. You see, so it's getting hot. So that proves spiritually, if it's up here, fire rises, that's a fan. I just said fanners. So that's a fire, baby. You know? Read this.
St. Zephaniah 2 and 15, it says, that said, in her heart I am, and there is none beside me.
Yep.
How she become a desolation?
So the Bible says that this place that you're walking on is going to be a desolation. It's going to be but through what? Through war. Through the third woe. You can see it. If you had eyes to see, you could see war is looming. And what are they going to do? They're going to implement a draft. They're going to implement a new identification system. What are they going to use when the currency of the dollar is no longer? They're going to start implanting things to you, and you're going to have to get with it or get gone. What did Biden time say? If you ain't going to get it, then wear the mask till you do. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Old ass nigga.
He said, hey, your choice.
Yeah.
And it says, how she...
Sometimes, yeah, you know, it's just sometimes. You know, we fishing. We're just fishing. Yeah, but we're fishers of men. Read this.
It says, how is she becoming desolation?
How is she? Who's the she? The she in the Bible is talking about what you know as America. A lady of kingdoms. You know? Oh, liberty. You know, they do that. You know? It's over, man. Read it again.
It says, I am and there's none beside me.
Yeah.
How is she becoming desolation?
She's going to become a desolation in the Third World War. In the Third World War, America will lose.
That's right, man.
That's what the Bible says. Yes. That's what the Bible tells us, man. And you can see it. You can look. If you look and see, you can understand it. Keep going.
And it says, a place for beasts to lie down.
Yeah.
It's like to lie down in. Everyone that passed by her shall hiss and wag his hand.
Yeah. You shouldn't have dissed the champ. You know? You shouldn't have dissed the champ. You shouldn't have touched the apple of the Most High's eye.
Right.
You see? So this is Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bahara Kodash, cursing this place out, man. You know? You got something around? You got something around? I'll take a little to water. Water. You keep it open. Okay.
This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly.
Yeah, because the second woe was less than 100 years ago. Less than 100 years ago. That ain't nothing. What's it say? 1 day is as 1,000. You know, so if 1 hour is 42, imagine 100 years. That's nothing, bro. That's nothing, man. You know. So the third woe is coming very, very quickly, and you're gonna see a lot of you're gonna see the draft come back, man. So you gotta understand, if a war is coming, then you ain't gonna be able to just be in La La Land. Look what's going on out there, man. People ain't just being able to chill and walk around on their phone. I watched a video of 3 little babies recording a cooking show, and then bombs got dropped. That's why they call it the virgin daughter, because what you see going on in Gaza is about to come here. Yeah, what you got? Read it loud, brother.
Revelations 18 and 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. Death and mourning and famine.
Yeah, mourning. Hey, we ain't gonna be mourning. It tells you there's a prophecy in Revelation 18. The prophets and the servants gonna rejoice.
Right.
You know, you might lose your voice rejoicing. You know, because you're gonna be praising the Lord so much. But these people are gonna be mourning. We are already a mourning. That's why they ain't mourning. They ain't mourning out here, we're mourning. You see? Keep going.
And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yahweh of power who judgeth her.
See? She shall be burned with fire. But remember, fire is a cleansing agent. So fire is coming to cleanse this defiled land. If you did not know, the land you're standing on is completely defiled, man. Under the acts that it took to establish this place, you have defiled this land in the eyes of God. As they would say, in the eyes of God. You've defiled this place. So we're living in an impure, defiled land. Yeah, now you got it.
What's that term? God-forsaken? America's a God-forsaken land.
Yeah.
It's defiled, man.
Yeah.
That's why God be cleansed by nuclear fire.
Well, God will bless this place with nuclear missiles.
Right, that's right.
It's the best thing that would happen, you know? Because even Esau says, sometimes to save a city, you got to destroy one. So for us to save the city of the world, we got to destroy the city of Babylon.
Right.
Okay? And the inhabitants therein, because they are part of the problem. You're looking at a long disease. If you were looking under a microscope, these would be the diseases, man. You know, this place needs an antidote. You know? Read this. And they're complacent in filth. They're complacent in their wickedness and their vile affection. Read this.
This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it?
Right. So when someone says, you see what happened over there? Yeah, the Lord did that. All right. Ultimately, the Most High did that. What's going on now? The reason you got to wear that muzzle is because the Most High did that. For the unbelievers. Hey, you gonna be a believer now? You gonna be a believer now? What you got?
St. Jeremiah 50 and verse 31. Behold,
hey, and I'm gonna say this, even though we know it, Jake looks stupid in the midst of that. You look stupid in the midst of these people, man. You know? That's Shalom, brother. That's why it says Jake shall be in the midst of the Gentiles, you know? But your ass is now with Gentiles, so you gotta be taken out with these Gentiles. You know? Read this.
St. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 31. Behold, I'm against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord power of hosts.
So the Most High said, I am against thee, O thou most proud. Ain't nobody prouder than an Edomite. You know? What they say, ain't no party like a gangster party. Hey, ain't no pride like the pride of Esau, man. Because this man could be standing in the middle of the sun burning and still looking down on you. You know? Like Frost. Remember in Blade? He was burning, but he was a proud ass nigga, man. Yeah, stubborn. You know? Keep going.
St. Jeremiah 51, it's like a 50 and 31, and it says, for thy days come, the time that I will visit thee.
Hey, so a visitation is coming. You know? As they say, get ready to meet your maker. Your maker is coming, man. And does the potter have power over the clay? All these people are nothing but clay, man. The creator of you people made of clay is coming, man. What they say, the day of reckoning. We're in the midst of the day of reckoning, man. You're not going to be able to go along and with the get along much longer. You're going to go from being a citizen of New York to being a detainee of a FEMA Region 3. Read this.
St. Jeremiah 50 and verse 32.
See, the biggest misconception is, well, the government won't do to us what they've been doing to them. See, because what they've been doing to us, nobody else has been touched like that. But yesterday, I seen a Palestinian get arrested. I said, I ain't never seen that right here in America. So now you got, the 1948ers and the Palestinians butting heads here in America, man. So the uproars of the people can also lead to war. You see? How beautiful is that? The necessary steps of prophecy are taking place. Somebody say, well, prophecy. Oh, we're just telling you what's coming in the future. We're telling you of futuristic events that are going to take place. People do it all the time. Oh, the Cowboys drafted such and such. We're going to make it to the Super Bowl. So you're prophesizing. That don't mean it's true. You see? Read this.
Verse 32.
See the simplistic nature of the Bible? It ain't that hard.
Verse 32. And the most proud shall stumble and fall.
The most proud. You have something, a few, the proud, right? The Marines. And they're going to fall in the valley. It's going to be a Royal Rumble out there, man. Or I like to say it's going to be a bar brawl. It's going to get sloppy, you know? Read it again.
And it says, and the most proud shall stumble and fall.
Yeah, the most proudest of them. Yep. And I'm going to say this. Next to Esau pride is the nigga woman. She's right up in there. You know, it's like a Super Mario race.
Neck and neck.
You know, she like right behind him with a red turtle shell. You know? I'm telling you, bro. The women are proud. Then under her is a Spanish woman. You know?
And it says, and none shall raise him up.
Yeah, they can't take balm for this place. There's nothing that could be done. There's no number that can be crunched to bring back what you know as America. It's through. You're not going to get another Super Bowl. You're not going to be able to get a New Year's. You know, those days are over. You're going to have to watch the ball drop on Zoom if it goes that far. See? So you ain't going to be able to get a diaper and stand in Times Square.
Yep.
That's what they do, right?
Yeah.
They wear a diaper because they urinate on themselves
and shit.
to bring a new year in. That's America.
Esau for you.
Yeah, that's Esau for you. And now the Lord is showing us the nature of the Edomites over in our land. See, because we always get on these American-speaking Edomites. But what about you see them over there? They're not playing. You see? Keep going.
And it says, St. Jeremiah 50 and verse 32, and none shall raise him up, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and he shall devour all round about him.
Beautiful. So fire's coming, you know? A great fire. Wasn't there a great fire that hit Rome?
Yeah.
It was through Nero.
The great Roman fire.
The great Roman fire. We're in Rome all over again, the first beast, you see? But this fire is gonna, like how they lit the stick and then they throw it.
Yep.
Well, now they're gonna, these lit arrows are gonna be from neighboring countries, you know? So Esau he's a part of his own destruction, but he's gonna be in straits in that. Because remember, 1871, Albert Pike came up with what? 3 wars. But that's part of his New World Order. But it says while he's eating, he shall be in straits. Have a good one. Have a good one. Yep. Have a good one. Yep. You got something too?
2nd Ezra 16 and verse 1. Woe be unto thee.
Out of everybody that came by, that's the only one. That's a Jake.
Yeah.
Out of all these people, just because they look like Esau, that don't mean they're Esau. And I want to say this too, because you got a lot of new, Jake's brothers, if you will, coming up, and they're teaching, and they be saying, if you ain't a Negro Latino, that's not true. We get it, but just because you're not on the 12 tribes chart, don't mean you're not an Israelite. You have to understand that. That's the diaspora, because so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans are part of the diaspora. Now we use that collectively as the main for the 12, but we also know there's others. So you can't just say, you can't just say because you a white person that the Most High is going to destroy you. That's not true.
And if you're doing that, you can be shutting up the gates of heaven for potential.
Yep. Because even the apostles said, and I believe them. A lot of times when you see a so-called, a so-called Edomite, I'm saying it like that, and he kissed the shoes because probably Jake. Right. Esau ain't doing that shit, man. For the most part. Right, yeah. For the most part, Esau ain't doing that. He said he's the most proud. So I just wanted to throw that in there. For any brother that might be watching, you can't just be like, if you're not on the chart, you're not it. That's not true.
And only Jake shows that measure of humility.
Yep.
And sorrow.
Yep. That compassion. Because they're designed like that. That's why the Lord had to tell Jeremiah, pray not or cry for these people. Because you get you get a little so-called emotional. But we gotta, we're being made hard. We gotta deal with it.
Moses was the same way. Remember, every time the Lord would send a plague to Israel, Moses would try to pray it off.
He would cry. He would put his head there. When Israel bucked up, and the Lord said he about to consume them, Moses hurried up and told Aaron, hurry, light this incense, run in the mist. And as he ran in the mist, the plague already begun. 14,700 Israelites dropped dead. But Moses, please,